like to talking about superstition, and on this video I would like to talking about what is superstition, and I would like to showing you example of superstition in Indonesia especially and in other countries. So, what is superstition? Superstition is something that is not real and it's just in imagination. So we as a people not should believe with superstition. Okay, next I want to mention the example of superstition that popular in all over the world. One of that is about number that can get bad lucky. We know that in many countries there are some people believe that there are some number can bring bad luck for them who believe it. One of those number is number 13. So I would like to explain to you all about superstition of number 13. Okay guys, this is often associated with events in the past relating to number 13. It is said the number 13 comes from an ancient myth in Egypt called the Kabbalah. So, what is the Kabbalah? The Kabbalah is an ancient teaching which is considered mystical and spread by pharaoh's magician. In this teaching, the number 13 is considered sacred, but over time, the number 13 is very even considered to bring bad luck. This number is also often associated with occult ritual. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Indonesia are example of countries whose associate with the number 13 can get bad luck. In addition, in China, Japan, Hong Kong, and Taiwan are also accustomed to avoid the number 4 in its state of life. This is based on number 4, which in Chinese means death. Maybe you also often start visiting malls that don't have the fourth floor and are replaced by the third A floor. It can be ascertained that the building owner has confidence in the bad luck that might be raised by number 4. So that's all an example of superstition in some countries, and you can believe it or not, it's up to you, but it's still there in people who believe it.
Now in this time we'll talk about popular culture. What is popular culture? Popular culture, or we often call as pop culture, is a collection of ideas, perspectives, attitudes, and other phenomena that are considered as an informal consensus or agreement in a mainstream culture in around 20th century to the 21st century. Pop culture is heavily influenced by the mass media and influences people's daily lives, whether it is reported on TV or posted by some people like the influencer of social media such as Instagram, or we usually call as a celebgram. Now we will talk about some popular culture in many countries. For example, two countries that we use this first is a very famous pop culture named Korean wave or Korean fever. It is from South Korea. Korean waves refers to the spirit of South Korean culture. All over the world are loving all of South Korean export products. In addition, Korean fever or Korean wave also refers to a significant increase in the popularity of South Korean culture throughout the world since the 21st century. It is include their fashion style, their hairstyle, their music style, and even their makeup style. Now move from Korean with popular culture, we will discuss Brazilian popular culture. We know that all over the world, Brazil is knowing well with a very famous country that has many expert soccer players such as Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo Nazario, Roberto Firmino, and etc. And from that, almost every child all over the world dreams that there can be a football player in the Brazil. From that argument, so Brazil were known as the focus of the expert soccer player training up. It's a very famous of soccer player experts. From soccer, we will move to the dance that naturally from Brazil. It's called samba. What is samba? Samba is a style of a ballroom dancing which includes two people, man and woman. And now it is categorized as a dance sport competition. The unit of samba dance is about it is very lively dance and rhythmical. It is so sexy and energetic. And the next popular culture that we will discuss is about chanoyu or drinking tea from Japan. What is chanoyu actually? It is the tradition of drinking tea from Japan. Then the tea ceremony has become an important part of Japanese culture. Chanoyu has a very deep meaning of life and it's teaching us the attitude when we are drinking with the other people. Besides of that, it has a many benefits from our healthiness. Now, chanoyu not only used by old people, but also the teenagers, children, and even also the tourists that visiting in Japan. So, Japanese people are introducing chanoyu to the tourists and educate there to drinking tea for their healthiness. Well, that's all for today. We have discussed 3 countries that has popular culture and see you on this video.
I would like to talk about slang word. So what is slang word? Slang word is a very informal word that used by modern people in communicate with other people in daily life. And now I would like to talk about American slang word that you have to know. You don't have to necessarily use them in your speech, but you have to know them because when you're gonna communicate with the native speaker with an American, you want to understand what they want. You want to understand what they want, and you must know what they mean. So, the first example of American slang word is "pill." It means living abruptly. So, for example, you went to the cinema with your friend, and then you realize your homework isn't done yet, and you say, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna bail, which means you're gonna go home and you doing your homework. The second is feel blue. What is it? Feel blue is a pretty common slang phrase in all English speaking countries, and to feel blue means to feel sad. And the third is a bug. The bug in America for $1. This cost $2,000, right? $2,000. Give me a bug, so it means I want to talk with he or she. I need $1 from he or she, like that. Okay, and the next expression of American slang word is bite the skin of my teeth. So, for example, you were playing something and you hurt yourself, but then you say, I hurt myself, just bite the skin of my teeth. It means it hurts you, but it just a little bit hurt you. Okay, and the last example of American slang word is couch potato. It should be one of my favorite ones because this is a person sit in the sofa and does nothing all day, every day, has this friend who gets cold all the time, and he likes, oh, I'm sorry, I want to sleep, I want to do nothing, like that. So it means lazy people. Okay guys, that's all some example about American slang words. I hope can give you some benefits, and thank you. Bye.
Hi. On this video, we will discuss about the perception of the beauty standard. Well, we know that talk about beauty, will refers to the woman's face, skin, and her body. But we have to recognize that the women all over the world have the different her own beauty standards. So we will discuss it in this video. Then, if we will talk about a beauty standard in Asia, some people argue that a beauty woman must have a light skin, pointed nose, her face clear from pimples, has a thin and skinny body, and all the things that make them look like a Chinese. Now, we will talk about the Indonesian beauty standard. Indonesian people always say that a beautiful woman must have a light skin, although the origin skin from Indonesia is beige or yellow complexion, or we call as sawo matang and kuning langsat. But most of people recognize that light skin is the standard of the every skin goes. So most of the women use a lot of skincare and body care to make their become like one. Besides of that, the beauty one is from her body. Then, a beauty woman, all people say that should take care of their body to keep thin or ideal. Ideal here means that not too thin, but not also too fat. The other things that categorized in the Indonesian beauty standard is on their face and eyes. Most of Indonesian people argue that the beauty woman should have a pointed nose, slanted eyes, and sharp chin. Because of that, there are so many women did the surgery on her face, like to pointed her nose, fulfill the lips, surgery on the chin, and etc. And now we will talk about the beauty standard in South Korea. It is similar with the Indonesian beauty standard, but the differences is on the eyes. Most of the Korean people have a slanted eyes. Then, their own opinion, it scales the beauty standard of Korean is someone who has a wide eyes. So they did a surgery in their eyelid to make it wide. And because a lot of women in South Korea did a surgery on her face or his body, then the woman who get a surgery on her body or her face will be called as a Gangnam Beauty. Gangnam Beauty is the term that occurs because of there are so many women in South Korea who get a surgery in her face or her body is located in Gangnam. Gangnam is a district in South Korea. I think that's all from our conversation in this video. We should realize that the beauty is not actually from our looks, but it's from our heart. It is inside us. See you on the next video. Bye!